Hey y'all, welcome back to Guide Piper. Today I'm going to tell you about the power of positive thinking. I'm going to demonstrate it. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I talk about the power of positive thinking from time to time. If you haven't seen my video on is your glass half empty or half full, you should check that one out. Anyway, I'm going to show you a demonstration of the power of positive thinking that actually happened in my life. This story is 100% God's honest truth. For many years, I could not dance. Everyone told me, yeah, I don't have any rhythm, and all this stuff. The only thing I could do was the bump and grind, uh, or just the bump, whatever. But I couldn't really dance, but I would always fake it, whatever. But people told me I couldn't dance. So one day I realized, well, the reason I can't dance is because I think I can't dance. Everyone tells me I can't, and I actually think, yeah, I can't dance. And I realized, well, maybe that's the reason. So I just said, let me just turn that one around. And I said, I can dance. Let me just start thinking I can dance because it's the only way out of this mess. And so I started saying I can dance. So I actually went into the house, into the living room, and I had some family members there. My wife, one of my kids was there and stuff. And I said, watch this, I can dance. And so I just started dancing in the middle of the living room. There was no music playing. And I said, watch, I can dance. And I started making these moves, and all of a sudden my body seemed to start cooperating for once. I found some kind of rhythm. I started singing. I started to say, I can dance. It reminded me of that Leo Sayer song. I can dance. I really hit the flow. Dun, 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 dun. And, Lionel Richie, I'm dancing on the ceiling, whatever he had. And so I just did that. And then I stopped. Everyone said, that was actually better than we've ever seen you dance before. I said, well, they said, what's gotten into you? And I said, well, I'm just the power of positive thinking. I'm trying to look at this a different way and saying that I can dance. And so anyway, for about, I don't go out dancing that often. So about 8 months had passed, and I had never really been anywhere to see if that little episode was for real or not. And so one day we went to a concert, an outdoor concert. I had a grassy hill outside. My wife was there. Sorry. And my nephew was there, and my wife's girlfriends, and we had a blanket up on a grassy hill listening to the concert. And I started thinking, hey, there's loud music going. There's nobody really dancing up here on this hill, but let me see if I can do it. So I just stand up. I'm kind of behind them all. They're on a blanket. They're watching the concert, so they're not really watching me. I stand up and start dancing by myself. It's a song by I don't know, it was David Bowie or somebody. Dancing by myself tonight or this afternoon, and so I started dancing, and I don't even know what I was doing. I was actually wearing this shirt. and this hat, and I was just dancing up there, and I might have spun around a couple of times. I was finding a rhythm and just thinking I can dance. The first time I had a chance to dance in public, so I just did that. So I didn't think much about it. Then the music stopped, and there was an intermission, and I had to go to the restroom, like almost everybody else there. And so I go down to this, the restroom area, and there's a long line of guys on the left, and then the ladies are over there on the right. 100 feet away, there was a long line. So I wait through the line, and I finally get in there finally, and I come out of there. I'm thinking, I feel like a new man, if you know what I mean. And I felt like I'm just going to go outside and just proclaim that I feel like a new man. And so I walk out. Before I could even say it, I open my eyes up, and these two much younger, beautiful blonde women were coming right at me, coming right up toward me, right in front of all these guys. And I was like, what? I'm a married man. And one of them says, "You're a dancing fool." And I was like, well, it caught me by surprise, believe me. And I was like, "How do you know?" And she says, "We were watching you." And the other one says, "Yeah, I think I learned a new move or two." And I said, "Well, where are you guys?" She were up on that hill. I was like, I didn't know anybody was even watching. And she said, "Oh, you were noticed. How could we miss you in that shirt?" And so we just started walking away, and and I just said, it's funny because I used to think I couldn't dance. This is kind of a power of positive thinking thing here going on, so I appreciate it. And they said, yeah, we just had to tell you. And then they took off and went back over to the ladies' line, and I headed back. I noticed that they had 3 or 4 other friends they were with. They were all kind of jumping around. You're probably asking, what did he say? What did he say? But whatever. So that just goes to show you the true power of positive thinking. Instead of thinking that you can't do something, think that you can. I can dance, and that's all it took. So that's the power of positive thinking demonstrated. Guy Piper to y'all.